Welcome back to 30 Days. It's time for day number 13. As today we're actually going to have to churn out several games here on Quad V as I'm trying to catch up. So today we're going to have day 13, 14, and 50 of both Warcraft and StarCraft being churned out. And meanwhile, I'll probably have to throw in a new hard drive towards my machine because I am running out of space. Yes. Alright, getting in towards the game here today. We have Twisted Meadows with Tho versus Happy. Happy actually coming out as undead as always in the Tho, and as human, as you generally would do. The spawns, however, are interesting. They spawn right on top of one another, both on the same side of the map. As we'll have to see whether or not the what kind of opening we're going to be looking at. Tho is actually going for an initial altar versus undead. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to guess Death Knight versus, if he goes for an Archmage, then he will have a fairly paper-thin unit. Well, he's going for a Mountain King, so he's going for something that's a little bit stronger, a little bit more varied on that front. So Mountain King being built, and that will be very well in case he goes for Death Knight. He does go for that Death Knight, so the Death Coil will not be as effective versus that Mountain King, who has a little bit more hit points than than, for example, Archmage. Another option in that case would obviously be a Paladin, but yeah, well, it would be useful versus undead, but maybe you want something like that against a say Orc or something like that. We have a graveyard already being built though. A Tomb of Relics and ghouls coming out now as well. Let me just turn that down a little bit. As let's take a look here at the base here. Tho, he's got his Mountain King out, and he's actually already building a Scout Tower just to initially try to build in his base. And he's already got Stormbolt on his Mountain King, and his Acolyte is going to go down for that initial 25 XP. And there we go. And he is looking to pull out the militias and get this this camp underway. There's Death Knight. He is out and about. Let's see if we can get a visual. There he is. And he's going around and trying to see what he can do. He's trying to go for a creep jack. He could be going. He does have the death coil in, and he knows that there is a lot of room to get those skeletons up. And there's the Overseer. And if you can deny that Overseer now, then he will be looking good. Stormbolt coming in though. Ooh, that Overseer. If you can get it, could be going for it.
Summoning.
If you can get that Overseer now, that'd be great. Ooh, nicely done on that peasant. He does go in for the Overseer, and he actually is effectively denying this Overseer. As he not actually no, the Mountain King does get it just in time, and he does go in for a Stormbolt once again on the Death Knight, and he needs to run away. And he is going for level 2 Halls of the Dead already. So very, very early T2 being churned out here by Happy. Let's see what Tho's doing, if he's doing for something similar. He's not going for T2 just yet. And he's continuing to creep up. Is that in that perspective, Tho did try with that creep jack early on that gnoll, but did not really have much success for it. Meanwhile, though, he is building a crypt. A second crypt. So we are looking at double ghouls. And as is going for Halls of the Dead as well. On the other side, though, we do have both sides trying to attack up as fast as they well, both sides are doing completely different approaches. As Tho, well, my apologies, Happy is actually going for a quick T2. And Tho just lingering on the T1.
Is complete.
That can be problematic. Lumber Mill coming up, though. As the Death Knight is still roaming around. Trying to get around this this Mountain King, and they're actually going for this Orc Magi, and he's continuing to harass the troops of Tho, trying to get these creep jacks going, and essentially just denying him any ability to get leveled up. And he's actually lost one. No, actually, that was a Skeletal Warrior. Actually, my apologies, but he's looking to get a jack here with one of these. Yeah, he did manage to get one of the footmen down.
Summoning is
that was a good call. Does he have enough? He almost has enough mana for another shot at it. This footman could be primed. There he is. That footman is going to go down if he can get the Skeletal Warriors in. Unless he is going for the Ogre Warrior. Nope, not going for that just yet. He could be on for Creep Jack. No, he does have to get Stormbolt and needs to watch out. He does his TP scroll, so he can get out if necessary. He will TP out now. And oh no, he goes down! Oh dear! Oh! The Death Knight goes down. It was only level 1. Still, that's a loss right there, and this does not allow him to continue to go in. And he decides to to sacrifice himself in favor of going for a TP scroll, and in return is going to go and lose two of these two ghouls. It seems guard tower is already being built. There's a Tome of Ability here as well. As Tho is looking to make his first expansion, and we have got ourselves gargoyles being built now as well. As that Death Knight will be up very, very, very quickly now, and he's back on the field.
The pact is sealed.
Very nice. And he gets himself a fresh Rod of Necromancy, but that's going to cost him gold. He still does have. He does not have his TP scroll. Oh, that's such a waste. He could have just gone home with that TP scroll and just stayed around there and did some stuff. But now he just wasted a bit of gold just to get those, just to get that Death Knight back on the field. Tho has actually got himself a Pandarum Brewmaster. That is interesting, and he's got Fire Breath on there as well. I mean, this well, Happy is going for a poor TP. Was that? The Brewmaster does keep on going around. Happy, meanwhile, still has his initial expansion. He actually has these gargoyles here as well, as these guard towers will have an easy time taking him down. He's already got Stormbolted, so the first gargoyle is going to go down. It is actually not looking too good for Happy at this stage. He's lost his hero already once. His first gargoyle is down, and his guard tower is probably not going to go away anytime soon. Although he does manage to level up his Death Knight, and finally, there is the Unholy Aura that we've been looking for. As the Brewmaster continues to rage in towards the peasants and try to get this tower down, and essentially just denying the initial expansion for Tho. But Tho's quickly in the gear. There's more militia and footmen come in, and the Death Knight is just waiting in a little bit of a distance and waiting for Death Glow to come off on one of these heroes. Yes, he does. As we have a T2 being upgraded here. I keep coming out for Tho now, and he knows what he's up against. He knows he's versus gargoyles, so fast units, maybe a mixture of gunpowder units with sorceresses and Tho, in order to get that magic attack going on, and just to slow him down a bit, and then just denying them any ability to get away, which would be a good move on his part. But we'll have to see whether or not he'll actually try to force something like that off.
Job's done.
As right now, Happy is just continuing going around, trying to harass these footmen, trying to get away. Hopefully for him that he can actually take one out. These gargoyles will no doubt manage to take this one down. Death Glow to finish it off, and 3 of the other footmen get away. The Death Knight is only on level 2, so that's a little bit low. The Mountain King on the other side is level 3. We saw a Mountain King all the way up to level 6 yesterday, who was very, very, very powerful. And he managed to do an absolute ridiculous amount of damage with that Stormbolt. There we go. There's that Stormbolt again. As he managed to, well, he's still chased by these gargoyles, but he has his TPST, its Staff of Teleportation, so he can get out if needed. The Panda's actually going in for the TP scroll. If TP staff is ready, we'll see if he's going to make it. I'll probably do. He does not have any boots of speed, so we'll probably get those in the very near future. The gargoyles are still in tow, and really just making sure that he can do anything about that. Is he going to do anything? There are those boots, as predicted, and now he'll be able to just run away from the gargoyles, no problem whatsoever. So secondary Arcane Vault does come out, and Happy is just continuously going around, just killing off these expansion points, and now he's building a sacrificial pit. He's building a sacrificial pit in the back of his base. He does not want Tho to know what is going on back there. And now it's just a question of whether or not Tho knows if it's there. Yes, he does. He knows. He knows that that it's there, so he needs to get ready. He knows there's a potential for my apologies.
Town is under siege.
For frost worms on the map. Sorry, I had a little bit of a moment there. As a Griffin Aviary action now comes out for Tho as well. Interesting play. Is he looking for his first expansion? Oh no, Happy's already there with a ghoul, so he won't be able to do anything with that. And currently The Mountain King does continue to level up. He does have Bash now on him as well. The Sacrificial Pit, you know, maybe he's going to try to get an Acolyte in there to scan around, see what he can do. But he's got himself a Griffin Aviary and a Blood Mage coming out as well. So he's able to silence the Death Knight if needed. With that, oh, my apologies, not the silence. Silence is the hunter. As he will be able to heal his units with that very, very well. As currently, Tho is just, he's just building his Griffin Aviary. He's building Dragonhawks. We saw Dragonhawks yesterday as well, a lot of them versus Hippogriffs, and that didn't really turn out very well for the Hippogriffs in the end because they can just deny anything there. The Dragonhawks can essentially just latch on towards the Gargoyles in this case. There's a lot of them. There's 7 of them, and essentially denying them any ability to move around and, well, essentially leech all their life away. So Happy is going for Black Citadel, T3, and a Slaughterhouse as well. So expect Obsidian statues to come out, maybe something along the lines of, say, Abominations, perhaps. Depends on what his ideas are after that. Farm coming out. Oh, there's that Dragonhawk I was talking about. And he does manage to get one Gargoyle in the air. And it's an invisible Dragonhawk as well. The Gargoyles need to turn around and take this Dragonhawk down now. They don't have the time to do anything about it. This one Gargoyle down. The second one is about to go down as well. We do have the invisibility. They are banished. As they just keep on going around being banished. And we do have a Shade going around as well, just to see what is going on there. As Happy did lose his Death Knight, and he is being revived as we speak. I'm not in a very good. I'm not feeling it today. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm just not really feeling it right now. It's my apologies. I'm just completely a little bit out of sync today. I'm not quite sure what the hell is going on with me right now, but I'm sure that the afterwards we will have far better games. As once again we have the Dragonhawk being banished by the Blood Mage, making sure that the Gargoyle is taken out. And there we go. Ooh, is he gonna get away? He's down to 18 health. He does actually manage to get out. As the Blood Mage actually managed to make sure that happens. Another store bolt on towards the Gargoyles, but there's an Obsidian statue here now to heal those troops if needed. But that Gargoyle should easily survive. As that TP comes in from the Mountain King, he's going to go home. As the Blood Mage is still just roaming around, just doing its thing. As more Gargoyles come on the map. And at this point, it's really the Blood Mage that's doing it for Tho right now. As Happy is just churning out those Gargoyles like crazy, and he has a Shade that's going around with the heroes here. See where they're going, see what they can do, and in order to engage. Ooh, Happy's going for a Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger being it being trained now as well, and again that banish on towards a Dragonhawk, and Happy won't be able to save this Gargoyle now. That is such a shame. And there's another one. Once again, being banished. He's going to be very, very annoyed. The Blood Mage has been silenced, though, by the Dark Ranger, which is a great thing to do with that Dark Ranger to make sure that the Blood Mage cannot go anywhere. And that's really what he needs to do. He needs to deny any access from that Blood Mage using the Dark Ranger, making sure that he cannot banish any of the Dragonhawks, and then the Dragonhawks can be taken down by the Gargoyles, because the Dragonhawks are essentially made out of paper, wet paper, toilet paper. The stuff you just after you watch this cast, just go to the bathroom, make some wet toilet paper, and punch your finger through. You'll see what I mean. As once again we get an engagement going on. Ooh, this Brewmaster could be in a little bit of trouble. He has managed to get a 5 ref on towards these Gargoyles. Does manage to get one down and goes to level 2 quite rapidly after that. As my apologies, he was actually going after one of the Dragon Riders, though considering Happy is running around with the Brewmaster. Once again, these Gargoyles are just being annihilated by the Dragon Riders. This Dragon Rider could be in a little bit. He's not fast enough. Oh, and he's moving him close towards the guard towers. Nicely done, though. But a Dragon Rider does go down. That right there, as they say, is the end of that. But but Happy is trying to go for this expansion, and there's no expansion really there, just the towers. But versus those gargoyles are fairly weak versus that, and do manage to actually take down one of the two towers. Again, the Dragon Hawks being banished. Where is the? There is the Blood Mage. The Blood Mage continues to harass with these Dragon Hawks, and now we have the TP back home for the Mountain King. But that is so annoying. That is so annoying with those gargoyles, and Happy is essentially forced to continue building those gargoyles, and the counter with the Dragonhawks works so well, very, very well, especially with that Blood Mage. Very, very nicely done. It is an investment. You need to micro a significant amount of heroes, especially with well, currently Happy having 3 heroes on the map, including that Dark Ranger, and really slowing down his ability to level up his heroes. But we have a Arcane Vault coming out as well here. But yeah, it's all about micro for Happy now, and he needs to micro his Dark Ranger very well against the Blood Mage, making sure that he cannot actually banish any of the Dragon Hawks again. Because then, if that happens, then one of the gargoyles is going to die, and Happy really does not want that to happen. So, if anything will happen, if anything does happen in the near future, in any engagement, the Blood Mage will be primaried, as with the gargoyles going after Dragon Hawks just like that. It's important for him to do something to do that. And there we go again. If we are going to see a similar thing, no, Happy's actually decided to go for the base. Managed to go for the Arcane Vault. He does have an Obsidian Statue and a Dark Ranger in tow, so he will be able to take this one down, and he's making his first step towards these units here. He's not going for a Goblin Laboratory just yet to do a Zeppelin drop. Would be interesting if he does something like that, because he does not. Ooh, Tho is going for an Ivory Tower. Another one, just building 2 of those up. And he's just really walling this base in, and he's got his peasants on standby as well. So we're expecting a base from Thor to come out soon. He's got 300 health here. Oh, that Dragonhawk did not get banished. Oh, yeah, because the Blood Mage did get silenced. Very nice. Dragonhawk was too close to dying, and the Gargoyles came in to finish him off. That almost happened as well. As the Blood Mage does try to deny the Death Knight. He doesn't take one of the ghouls down as well. Ooh, the Brewmaster was almost stunned there. Trying to go back and forth, and the Blood Mage is actually in a very good position here by the Scout Towers, and one of the Ivory Towers did go down, and they will try to build that up towards a Guard Tower very, very quickly. But it's still all about this expansion here for Happy, who just knows that Tho has a lot of gold invested in this particular area and wants to do something about that. Meanwhile, do we have more? No, we don't have anything like Dragonhawks being built right now. What is Happy up to? He's building more Obsidian Statue. He does have to destroy form on his units. And he's going for a second Slaughterhouse as well. So let's see what he's going to do with that. And there's the Town Hall, finally being built. As once again, Dragonhawk with Banish and all that. So annoying. So incredibly annoying. And there's nothing you can do about it either. As Blood Mage does try to siphon health. But unlike a Dreadlord, he does not have anything like Vampiric Aura. And he's continuing to build these towers. They're everywhere. He really wants to expand. How much gold does he have? 1,400 gold. On the other side of the map, we still have a similar situation with 1,500 gold in Happy Space. But this expansion right here is really what Tho needs to get in order to survive the late game. And you know what? We have these destroyers now up in the field as well from Happy, who are just happily going around taking out these guard towers, and then the peasants will be primed. Well, obviously Arcane Tower as well, but the destroyer should not have any problem taking that down. As Happy is actually not really doing anything with that. There's these Dragon Riders here going after the heroes. They're actually silenced as well by the Dark Ranger again. And the Mountain King is now primed. He cannot do anything about like that. No, he won't. The destroyers took it in. Oh, hello there, Blood Mage. You are primed, and he's not going to finish this off, and is going back towards the base and perhaps finish off these peasants, trying to do something with that. Happy does get hero back that he lost, which was the Death Knight. Because Death Knight has been losing a lot of momentum, to be honest. He's having to revive that at least twice now. As now, Tho has actually decided to go for another Griffin Aviary in the back of his base. And he's building more Dragonhawks. As the Blood Mage continues to siphon off the mana, but the Dark Ranger is too quick to actually, well, silence that, and it's some very good play so far. And once again, we have the Dragonhawks being chased by the Death Knight. We have the Stormbolt coming off on towards the Death Knight, who is low, and the Mountain King almost on level 5, and he's chasing after the Death Knight now. But, oh, look at that. That Gargoyle is toast. And that Gargoyle is toast as well. And that one is toast as well, as we're trying to get the Mountain King as fast as they can. Now the Destroyers finally go back in order to engage, just to save the Gargoyles just in time. But the Dragonhawks are too quick to actually do anything about that. And the Mountain King is still primed. There comes the Fire Breath from the Panda, and the Mountain King could be going down. Does he have any TCP? Oh, he does have a Staff of Teleportation. Ooh, no, he's not going to be able to do anything with that. It needs to be quick. He needs to be quick because he's so low. He's only in 15 health. 15 health, and that could be it right there. That's a very, very expensive loss right there. He does have 1,000 gold. Tho does. So if this hero does go down, oh, hello, Dragonhawks. Comes out of nowhere, and that is the respite that the Mountain King needs. He gets out of there. Oh, whoa, no, he actually does not. And he actually goes to level 5 now. But the Destroyers are still in tow. And the TP comes in. It's not enough. Very nicely done. Going in with those Dragonhawks and just allowing the Mountain King to get away. Nicely done. Once again, more Dragonhawks being trained off. A double Aviary once again for the human versus the undead. Ooh, this Death Knight. No, he's not going to go down. He does have a significant amount of health on him, as once again siphon mana onto its a Brewmaster, and he's not getting silenced anytime soon. Where is the Dark Ranger? Dark Ranger is in tow. If he can, she'll need to mute the Blood Mage if she wants to survive. Continuing going after the base, but there's nothing here to actually destroy it. So just the peasants now, as he's realizing, oh, there is actually no gold mine here, so we won't be able to do anything with that. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the gold mine is continuing being built, and the gold mine for Happy is now gone, and he does not have an expansion. He does not have any gold for an expansion, considering most of his gold went into Gargoyles that got harassed by the Dragon Riders, the Dragonhawks. Yeah, they're actually going after the keep now. Look at all these Dragonhawks. That's a lot of friggin' Dragonhawks. Once again, mana siphon on towards the Panda. He has no mana left, so he won't be doing any Fire Breath on towards the Dragonhawks. There we go once again. Mute comes in on towards the Mountain King, so he won't be doing any Storm Bolts anytime soon, as there's enough Dragonhawks here to take down most of these Destroyers, I think. I don't see any Gargoyles on the map. No, there's not. So they'll probably be able to, well, they're muted at the moment, but they will be able to cage these Destroyers as the Destroyers do go back and forth trying to take them down. And there we go. Still again, once again with the Mute, as they do a lot of damage towards the Destroyers. Again, the Fire Breath comes in, finally on towards the Dragonhawk, but the Blood Mage is too quick to actually siphon off the mana. He does manage to get off one of the, yeah, there we go. Does manage. Oh, actually managed to get the Dark Ranger as well with mana siphon. That's very nicely done. Very, very useful unit if you're versus a high mana enemy. And now, Happy is just going after his Town Hall or keep. But does he actually know about this keep though? Yes, he does. Even though. And he does manage to take all of that down, but he simply does not have the gold for an expansion. Does he have any items, though, he can sell? No, he has 0 items. Oh, dear. That is rather annoying on that front. So right now, what you're looking at here for Happy is essentially his army and what he's going to be using for the next couple of minutes until he can find another source of gold. So he needs to go and creep just to get that creep going on. And find items so he can sell those and get that expansion. He doesn't manage to get himself a 100 gold mine, but simply not the gold to do anything with that. Yeah, he does manage to get enough gold for that gold mine still. And he does have a Preparative Vitality, which he'll be able to sell off. And there's the Blood Mage again. And right now, the Dark Ranger is the unit to use for Happy. That will be the most important unit to, versus the Blood Mage, and make sure that she does not get stunned. There we go. Siphon Mana goes up on the Brewmaster. Brewmaster did get stunned himself. Does manage to get one fire breath off. The Dragonhawks are not doing well. They're alright-ish. As they're getting healed up very, very quickly now. These more Dragonhawks are being attacked. More and more of these destroyers are low on health. I don't see Happy winning this, as Tho has managed to do this, and Happy failed to expand early on in the game. Does not manage to win this off, and these Dragonhawks will most likely take down most of the base, as Tho will have the Pandaren Brewmaster goes down. Happy won't have the gold to actually get him back on towards the field. That is it right there. The Death Knight tries to run away. The Dragonhawks are in the chase, but I don't. Yeah, Happy is not going to be able to survive this. There we go. Their Death Knight is down. Good game being called by Happy, as Tho managed to win this game here on day number 13 of 30 days. As we have been casting for 26 minutes, and you know what? I was not in the bestest of mood today. I don't know what the hell's going on. I did go towards the gym this morning. I felt all refreshed, etc. But it just wasn't meant to be. Regardless, check in later tomorrow for day 14 of 30 days, as day 14 and 15 will be coming out today as well, as that will be it, as well as a StarCraft, which is coming out later as well. So I will be doing this for most of the day, probably for another 2 hours, doing commentary for you guys, just to catch up here on 30 days and make sure that you guys manage to get your worth of Quad V. And meanwhile, though, my name is Vinay here, and be sure to check in for day number 14 tomorrow. Don't go anywhere.